Oh, hey. You're here early. I'm almost finished with dinner. Come on in. Sorry about the mess. The girls decided they wanted to play Princess Tea Party before they left this afternoon. So, I apologize if everything seems a little, pink. Not to worry. The dining room and the kitchen are untouched, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. You know, I'm glad you agreed to join me tonight. If I'm being honest, I was worried you would stand me up and I'd have all this food left over. I hope you're hungry. I always cook enough to feed an army. Just ask the girls. As I'm sure you've noticed, I'm always sending them off with leftovers for lunch. But I'm glad you're here. Think you can help me set up the table? The cutlery drawer is that one there. That's the last that needs to be put out. All the plates and things should be on the table already. I just need to take the food off the stove and serve it up. Oh! Here, let me pull out a chair for you. I know it all seems a little much, with the candles and the flowers. But I figured I would try to make it a little more romantic for you, since I wanted to show my appreciation for everything you've done. I know I said this earlier, but I really can't thank you enough for everything you've done for Lizzie. You really have helped her. I've never seen her so happy, especially since her mother and I started having all these issues. I know that it's hard for someone her age to understand, but I feel like having you around will keep her mood up. So maybe you'd want to stay around more often? Of course, if you want to. Wait, do you smell something burning? Wait, no! My garlic bread! I promise, I'm usually a really good cook. You just fluster me and I forgot about the time. Damn, I can't believe I forgot about dinner. I'll be back in a second. Here we are. I hope you like it. I know it's nothing too fancy, but I figured it would be nice and simple for tonight. I just want to say that I really like having you around. I know I was a bit of an asshole to begin with, but I guess you broke down those walls I kept around my heart. It was unexpected, but you've just got this spark to you that makes me smile. You're like a ray of sunshine on a rainy day. It's comforting. You know, I've been thinking. I know I said that I was going to start sending Lizzie to another daycare, but I think I'm going to keep her there. I've seen so much good change in her attitude, and I think it's the best if she stays in a place where she has you to take care of her. And this is going to sound a little selfish, but the thought of never being able to see you again, it's a little saddening. I really, Really like having you around. You're a breath of fresh air, and one of the few people I find myself comfortable enough to, actually open up to and engage in proper conversation, rather than just small talk. Whenever my coworkers try to greet me, it's always, "How's the weather?" or "Did you catch the game last night?" To be quite frank, I absolutely hate the monotony of small talk. But with you, I could talk to you for hours and hours without getting bored. I guess that's just one of the things about you that drew me in. And now that I have you, I don't really want to let you go. Sorry. Was that a bit much for our first date? I haven't been on a real date in years. I'm a bit rusty. When one of my friends first heard about the divorce, he tried to set me up with one of his coworkers, and it really did not go well. She wasn't someone I would want around either of my girls at all. Of course, this was before I met you, and, well, you're different. I can't really explain it, but there's a certain twinkle in your eyes when you take care of the kids. A spark of kindness I can see within your heart that knows no bounds. I don't think I've ever met someone quite like you before. How are you liking the food so far? I wasn't quite sure what you would like, so I tried to go with something most people wouldn't turn their nose up at, even if it was offered to them. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's not too burnt after the little mishap, I hope. It's a pity. My girls helped me make the bread last night and everything, and then I go and burn it. I know Corey's going to be disappointed when she hears I burnt it, so let's just keep this between us, all right? She's gotten really into baking recently, and has a terrific knack for things like breads and cakes. Oh, I'm sorry. I spent all this time talking about my kids when we could have been talking about you instead. So, what do you do outside of being a daycare attendant? Oh, wow. Really? I would not have had the patience or the time to put that much effort into something like that. You really must enjoy it. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever really done anything like that before. Perhaps you could teach me sometime? I'm warning you. You'll have to have the patience of a saint with me. Sometimes you just can't teach an old dog new tricks. But there's certainly no harm in trying, right? Oh dear. I've just realized I forgot to make dessert. That's okay. I'm sure we could figure something else out. Actually, I think I just thought of something that would be much sweeter. Do you want to join me? Hey, before you go, don't forget that if you like this audio and want to see more, you should subscribe to the channel. If you're one of our adult fans, you should consider subscribing to our Patreon at patreon.com/Celesterra. Or you can order your own personal audio at anagomi.com/commissions. See you next time.